So namaste, ladies and gents. I'm going to do a reading today. I'm going to do a reading today. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna do Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. What I might do is yeah, I'll do it. Now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's the feminine. And here's the masculine. All right. Oops, I didn't even count my candle. So okay. Now okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Okay, so first card in for the feminine is Justice. And 6 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Oh, jeez. And the Ace of Pentacles, the Lovers, the King of Cups, oh my god, 5 of Wands, and Family. Wow, okay. So already I'm seeing a lot of conflict prior to a reunion. So with the 4 cards at either side of the Ace of Pentacles, sometimes the Ace of Pentacles isn't literal money. Sometimes it could be something precious. It could be a person, if a person is precious. So it's something precious and valuable. So it doesn't, it isn't necessarily about money, even though it is. And so it's like, once this is offered, once there's a return of something, well, see, there's a lot of conflict here and distress and being torn away from things. 8 of Swords, feeling trapped. 7 of Swords, like deceit. A lot of like, and isn't it funny that the first card out is Justice? There's a lot, it's like justice will prevail, right? But in the interim, there's a lot of illusions of deceit, and even in the mirror here, her thoughts are the birds, and so there's illusions of deceit, and there's deceit and illusions of deceit, and but irrelevant. It's almost like this guy. It's almost like this guy is going to steal the precious thing, like. And the sun is shining on him too, which means that he's almost like he's justified. It's like a divine alignment for him to steal it back. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get my precious thing, whether you like it or not, kind of. And then there's the Lover, so it's almost like he's going to rescue the feminine or something, maybe. Or maybe it's the feminine that's rescuing maybe this feminine that's rescuing something valuable, or maybe it's a feminine that's rescuing something that's financially viable. Like maybe she's rescuing him by making herself by forcing others to acknowledge her financial prowess, you know, and in saving that she saves the masculine. This is kind of what I'm getting. And then we have, sure enough, the King of Cups, and there's this Five of Wands conflict. It's like siblings fighting. It's siblings fighting, but next, like, it's siblings fighting, but next to the other cards, it's almost insignificant. Relative to the other cards, it's almost insignificant. It's kind of laughable almost. You know, it's not treacherous. So on the masculine side, then we have the Seven of Wands. So he's fending off his position, or maybe he's defending the feminine in some way. And we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is clarifying the Six of Swords. So maybe both the feminine and the masculine are branching into uncharted territory, you know, and you know, it's almost like they never expected that they would come to this, that they would have to do this. This is almost like the wild card. This is like what they'd do if everything went crazy. and it's like they never ever thought they'd have to do it. It's like the wild card. It's like the last card in the deck. It's like the thing that you don't use unless it's like a high risk, you know. So I just think that's interesting. And next we have the Emperor. So it's like the masculine is like it's like the Emperor is the devil until the masculine steps it up, basically. And so he's just got to step it up. And the Eight of Swords, so she's feeling entrapped, and her fears are getting the better of her. This is what I'm getting from this mirror. And this is like a, you know, I think reading for the feminine as well, this could be someone in a position of authority that can control things. And so he's very staunch, like, and stoic. But this is potentially the masculine too, you know. So there's something being played out here, you know. The Five of Cups. So this is like the masculine drowning his sorrows, or getting in trouble with booze, or not recognizing the friendships that are available to him, and the sort of resources that are available to him, but remaining in despair, you know, and drowning his sorrows, you know. So this is the Queen of Pentacles underneath the Ace of Pentacles, and immediately I'm getting a karmic sense from this, and it's almost like she knows about it's like she's got a whiff of this pentacle here, and she's trying to prevent it from getting out of her hands, you know. And there's a kind of, I get a sense of like black magic with this as well, you know. Trying to steal this from the feminine, like, because this feminine is trying to be honorable and to create value with herself, you know. And I feel like that she's trying to whip it out from underneath her, you know, and he's letting her because he's getting drunk and he's feeling defeated by her, you know. And I feel like she's kind of playing a part in a play, like she's like the, you know, I just feel she's very, what's the word? She's playing a part, like she's like it's a facade, you know, and so she's after the thing that's of value, whatever it may be, right? This precious thing that's of value. and he believes that he can't get to it, or he doesn't even know that the feminine has it, or that the feminine has an opportunity to get it. And if he does, he feels that he's not worthy of it. And because he's not worthy of it, he's going to set up a scenario where he's going to fail to achieve it. So it's like, so the feminine has to achieve it before he does, because her belief in it is far more profound than his at the moment. But you know what it reminds me of is, like, you know that scene in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, where they're driving in the car and they're being gunned down by people behind them, and you know he's trying to set up the gun to fire it at them, and I'll never forget it. Like, it's just something that stood out for me so much. And she sees him struggling, and she knows he's not gonna make the shot in time, you know. So like, she spin wheels the car, like spins it around 360, and like shoots the guy through the side door, you know, and I think it's a bazooka. She shoots him with the bazooka through the side door, and. So it's weird, like, and he's like, oh, for God's sake, I didn't get to it quick enough, you know? And so, like, there's a sense here of something precious. So they're fighting for something precious, and like, the karmic thinks she's entitled to it, but by no means is she. And it's almost as if that there's, all this kind of red tape and stuff that she's involved in from previous opportunities that she stole from the feminine and used the masculine for, and that there's actually like there's at this stage there's bigger corporations involved in it, you know, involved in her being involved in her being his wife, you know. So it's like, it's a bigger deal. It's been taken out of his hands now, and he has no control over it anymore. And it's been, the emperor is in control now. And so, like, so she's kind of, you know, she's there and she's nervous about what's going to happen, you know. So let me see. Oh, okay. So this is the Knight of Swords is here now as well. And there is a Hierophant here too. And he looks like a benevolent character on the masculine side. And he looks like a benevolent character, and he's right underneath the King of Cups as well, which is interesting. And almost like they're the same, they could be the same person almost. And then there's the Star and the Strength card. So, like, there is this cutting away here with the Nine of Swords. So it's like, I'm going to get some clarification on this. There is a cutting away here with the Nine of Swords, and this is like a really benevolent father figure, you know. This Hierophant, it's like the most amazing Hierophant I've ever seen, actually, because they've always been really formal. So they've always been the Hierophant. So it's lovely to have him as an informal character, like playing with children, you know. So then there's the Star. So this is like divine guidance. Oh, there's a conflict here, I said, with siblings, or like the Seven of Swords is a serious conflict, but the Five of Wands could be kids fighting, you know. But like, you know, siblings can be vicious too, you know, and especially older ones. So like so then there's the Star. So as the Star is confirming this, is that it's blessed, so that there's nothing to worry about, as I said before. And and also there's that the path of both these people is also blessed. And then there's this Strength card. So this is lovely to have with the Ten of Cups. So this is for the feminine, the Ten of Cups, and this is the feminine. So it's like the feminine taming the masculine is what it is like, and this is union as well as a symbol of what's it called, the double not the double helix. Anyway, so there's two sacred geometries. Actually, it's really weird that there's two sacred geometries here, and this is like the Kabbalah and the Kabbalah figure of the tree of life, and this is like the I forget what it's called. Anyway, leave a message in the comments to tell me what it is. But it's interesting that that's a symbol of union, and it's come up here as the last card, and that they both have the sacred geometry over it, and this is like that it's blessed. So so it's blessed. These are lanterns here, and these are lanterns as if they're left over from the hermit. So these are all the times they had to go and become a hermit. It's like 4 times, you know, that they've gone around and been and had to become recluse because of the troubles that they were in and the battles they had to fight, you know. And there is a thing here now of oh, it's weird. It's like it's like the lion has a sore paw. He's got a sore paw, and the lion has a sore paw, and he's bleeding, and she's tending to him. What's around? Oh, I think she's just pulled a thorn out of his paw. So that's interesting too, and I never noticed that before. So that's an interesting final 2 cards for them, but I'm gonna get clarification. I'm gonna get clarification on these central cards here. So it's like he's being manipulated, and she's kind of he's overwhelmed by how much he's being manipulated, and he probably loves his children and whatever else he has entangled in her, and it's just the grief of it is getting to him, and but it's interesting now that she's like literally in the way of this pentacle for the feminine, you know. So the feminine is being like bombarded with like strife, you know, and you know, just like a lot of shadow work going on with the feminine now, and so I'm just gonna shuffle these now until either one pops out. Here. Yeah, that one. Oh no, it's gone again. I'm just gonna get the last one. Okay, I'm gonna take these. So okay, so we have the 6 of Swords again on the masculine here. So he's feeling trapped. Oh, it's the 9 of Swords, so it's like anxiety. And we have the 6 of Wands. That's like a victory for the feminine. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. It's like hanging on to your money, hanging on to what's precious. And then we have the King of Pentacles and the World card. This 9 of Pentacles here, it's almost like the feminine will actually protect the masculine, and the masculine will free the masculine from this place of anxiety he's in. And then the 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 4 Pentacles. So this is like holding on to your money, and this is like something that she's doing too. And there's actually a pentagram on the fan that she has. So I just feel that there's something conceited about this image, you know. So then we have the King of Pentacles. So it's weird because it's like the King of Pentacles gets his pentacle in the end, you know. And he's like wondering, is this going to be enough? And he's like wondering, is this going to be enough? And then there's like the world again. It's like this is like a reset, and the world is born again after the pentacle gets into the right hands, you know. So anyway, that was a bit dramatic. I love this card here just after the pentacle, and it's like a reunion, but it's such a beautiful image. And she has a bow and arrow tattoo on her arm. So so I don't know now. Well, I'll get 3 of these because these are interesting. It's an interesting deck because it's very you'd read the cards differently on a different read, you know, because I don't know, they're just really pretty and kind of perceptive. They're kind of deeply meaningful cards. But I think that was an interesting read. But I do feel the feminine is going through all this like deep emotional, having to confront yourself all the time, you know, because of all the lies and deceit, and she's starting to doubt herself. This is what I'm getting, you know. And the Justice card here as well is like saying there's 2 sides to everybody, you know. There's 2 sides to everybody. You know, there's like the side that the courts see, and there's the side that your family see, and there's the side that other people see, and you know, there's 2 sides to every character, like, you know. So this wants to come out too. Cute. Bottom of the deck. Same card as yesterday, as like the bird's eyes nest looking out. So this is an interesting collection here now. So we have surrender, and we have a monk looking up to the sky, the waxing crescent. So it's the last phase of the moon. So, and this is like a monk, and he's looking up into the cosmos. So that's beautiful. And it's kind of I guess it's kind of pointing to the masculine and feminine, to their spiritual practice, to know, to all the times before when they struggled in strife and how they got through it, to their real beliefs and what their real beliefs are, and to return to whatever gave you peace in dark times before, to return to that thinking, to think about that again, instead of letting it get the better of you, you know. And then we have the waxing gibbous 6 action. So this is just a dancer dancing under the moon. So this is freedom, it's liberty and being creative, you know. I think that's for the masculine and for the feminine, but maybe here it's for the feminine. I think maybe like it could be like dancing gives the feminine peace, and maybe something more like a hermitage would give the masculine peace, you know. And then we have the masculine as the lunar god. And there's 2 children in the background. Isn't that interesting? There's 2 children in the background. and there's the cosmos here, and he's got a wand at either end of the moon cycle, like he's in control of the moon cycle, you know, or that he's in some way protecting the feminine's moon cycle, maybe. So that's interesting. And then we have the supermoon, and we have attraction. So supermoon, that's definitely a supermoon. So it's like attraction, the masculine action, surrender action. So this is like divinely aligned action. So divinely aligned action. There's almost kind of creatures here coming out of the cosmos too, like animals and stuff. So it's kind of finding surrender and finding peace, and taking the action that liberates you, not oppresses you. And then we have the masculine in his role of defending the goddess, let's say. And then we have attraction. So it's kind of a very hopeful message for the twins. All right, so namaste. So that's all I have for you today. Anyway, thank you. Bye.